Flying cars. And then on to our main content. All right, flying cars. So again, WTH, this time directed at GM.
Yeah.
GM's like, I think they're just live polling the stock market now. It's like, well, let's just announce this, and
we're just gonna we're a stock trading company now. That's what we do.
Like, we didn't say we were actually going to put it in production. We just announced that we were thinking about it, right? So shares, this is CNBC is where I'm looking. Shares of General Motors hit a record high Tuesday after the automaker changed their logo. Oh, no, wait, that's not. It's unveiled an electric driveway van and revealed potential plans to delve into futuristic flying cars. Now, you got to see the pictures of this. It looks like it's something straight out of RoboCop. Yeah, let's see. What details can we get? So the van, the EV600 electric van, is scheduled to go on sale later this year on their commercial side.
It does,
so
man.
That's
it's
real.
Just strange.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real. This is a strange looking vehicle, man.
The flying car part is designed to hold one passenger and travel roughly 56 mile an hour between rooftops and other urban destinations. I mean, if you're gonna try to envision this, if you're driving or you're listening to the podcast, think giant drone, right, with multi-rotors on it.
Yeah, it's an eVTOL is what they call it. Or eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing.
And rooftop to rooftop, GM has designed models of both autonomous and computer renderings. Okay, so it's just renderings at this point.
Hey,
I can see
hold
this.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold that train of thought. Hey, GM, you should have listened to what we were just talking about, trying to encourage Amazon to change their music. Maybe you should put the George Jetson sound on this thing. Just saying. Okay, go ahead, Keith. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. So, again, GM, partscountergurus.com. Ask us a question. We'll be glad to respond. I don't know if it's sort of a fishing expedition, but, the fact that stock market investors are willing to bite on something that's a rendering that they haven't even announced plans or R&D, whatever. I mean, maybe it's the electric van, maybe it's not. I can see this being somewhat helpful in an urban environment where you live in the city and in a downtown area, and let's say you need to go a couple miles. Now, all of a sudden, it could take you, 5 minutes or less, and it might normally take you 30 minutes in a busy... But then what's that going to do? I mean, you're going to have air traffic control. It's going to have to be regulated.
Dude, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, there would be people falling out of the sky all the time. I mean... This is...
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is probably... I mean, you don't beat your dog for coming home, right? But this is a bad use of innovation.
Oh, I'm with you.
I just... really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, look, it's a cool thought, okay? I mean, we are in a time in modern history where the growth of technology is so exponential that some of this stuff is really not far-fetched at all. It could happen, and some of this stuff is already happening. Like, I know that south of me in Oregon, there are the testings of these flying vehicles going on. That is happening. It has happened. But why in the world GM? That's the question.
Because they're making bad deals with Nikola. They got to figure out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're having a hard enough time trying to seal the deals on a hydrogen fuel cell company, man. I mean, they've got the Hummer, which in my opinion, I thought the Hummer's coming out. It looks like a Hummer. I think this thing is cool. It's all electric. It has all these neat features, with the crab crawl features. We even talked to a couple of our colleagues about, hey, maybe there's some sort of underlying military usage going on. Oh, by the way, yes, well, that's true. So if you think about, I just don't understand how GM can jump from one thing to another and just dive into it. Is this really going to happen? That's the question. But how does it make their stock jump so much? How does that? I mean, I'm not going to go and buy shares in that. Are you?
Apparently, people with more money than sense, as my grandmother.
We're a
used
long way away infrastructurally from having the ability to make something like that even be conceivable to work in our. Don't you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just is this like beer drinking Thursdays at the GM Zoom call where we just all spitball ideas, and some guy goes, well, I can have a rendering of that next week. Like, let's just send it to the shareholders for the what I just seriously don't think I'm too far off.
One of these, Michael Simcoe's vice president of GM Global Design, he said each concept of this reflected the needs and the wants of passengers at a particular moment in time and GM's vision of the future of transportation. This is a special moment for General Motors as we reimagine the future of personal transportation for the next 5 years and beyond. Okay, I get it, but I don't know. I'm not buying any stock.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
I'll buy stock in an electric battery company.
How
about that?
How about this?
GM? Electric vehicle battery company. Yes. Yeah, GM, go ahead.
How about you fix your supply issues with things like the Corvette first?
Yeah.
Then
got to get that out.
You work on your flying cars. All right. Moving on before I get too worked up again.
$1.5 trillion is what, by the way, Morgan Stanley expects the autonomous urban aircraft market may be worth $1.5 trillion by 2040.
Okay.
By 2040. That's
all right.
20. That's
and I digress. Fix the Corvette problem first.
It's 19 years, guys.
Then we can get your
you got that
fuel
crystal
cell
ball?
vehicle situation worked out with Nikola. Then we'll talk about flying cars. All right.
You got that crystal ball?
Why?
I just want to know what it's going to look like in 2040.
I'm like that guy in the Wonder Woman movie. I am the crystal ball. You may not get that reference. Anyway.
Right on.